What is going on, guys? MJ2005 Gundam here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the SD BB Knight Gundam from SD Gundam Gaiden Sieg Zeon Edition. A mysterious knight that represents the good half of the Musha Gundam Mark III. He's on a mission to eliminate Satan Gundam and protect the denizens of the Sadrak world. The SD Knight Gundam is comprised of 6 runners and a tiny sticker sheet. The build itself is simple and straightforward, though I would imagine that the injection and chrome silvers might be a slight obstacle to inexperienced builders, despite the wide use of thin gates, though you will have to pay extra attention to the dark blue pieces as nut marks have a tendency to show up on them. Otherwise, there's nothing remarkable to note for it, being the standard SD build of armor being held together by polycap ball joints. So most builders should be able to get this snap together really quickly. All put together, and the SD BB Knight Gundam looks very stunning for an SD. The proportions and color choices are entirely faithful to the line art, while the fantastic part separation restricts sticker use to only the eyes, rear head camera, and the black recesses on the front and back of the helmet, and the staple second eye area, which can be used for an alternate expression, though sadly, 2 of them will never see use. Speaking of colors, it definitely looks rich with an adaptation of the traditional colors, the red cape, and the chrome visor piece, though the injection silver, while presentable as it is in my opinion, might be cause for debate as the nut marks and injection swirls might be enough for some to repaint it in their own silver, especially with the very obvious seam line on the shoulders. But besides that, all the essential paint types are there, and panel lining might benefit this kit a lot. Overall, it's definitely one of the best looking straight built SDs out there, and I'm happy to just display it as it is out of the box. For articulation, the head is on the double ball joints, though somewhat restricted by the cape pieces. The shoulder sockets and shoulders are ball jointed. The armor is independent. Biceps and wrists are ball jointed, with the arm being able to bend slightly. The waist, hips, and feet are ball jointed, and the cape can swivel up and down and adjust with more ball joints. Articulation is pretty standard for an SD kit, though the limitation of the clavicle cape pieces doesn't help the head at all, especially not when my particular kit has a very loose helmet. In terms of accessories, the Knight has a pair of holding hands, a thumbs up right hand, and a gesturing left hand. The visor can also drop down to provide extra eye protection. For weapons, we start off with the electromagnetic spear. It's a fairly straightforward jousting weapon that can either be equipped onto the standard holding hands or the thumbs up hand. For storage, a mount can be plugged onto the cape and the spear simply mounts on, which does affect the cape articulation slightly. Next is the Knight Shield. It's a simple defense equipment that slides into the holding hands for use with no extra bells and whistles. Besides that, stored in the shield is the Knight Sword. It can be used in either holding hand, and the red gem helps break up the monotone silver look. The Knight also has an alt mode transformation, achieved by replacing the feet with hooves, attaching the basket onto a rear module, and combining the 2 assemblies. With that, the Knight is transformed into the Kentaurus form. The process is simple enough, and the resulting form is nothing short of unique, as centaurs aren't really that prevalent of a concept in Gundam, and it arguably does suit the Knight in a way. Although a bit finicky to handle, at least the front legs and rear hips and all hooves are ball jointed, coupled with a bend at the rear knees and a swivel at the tail, giving it more expression than a high-grade Fun Psyche. If you want to be more ridiculous, you can mount the front legs onto the rump of the rear legs and plug the entire module onto the back of the Gundam after removing the cape. I genuinely don't know what for, but it's an option, I guess. Lastly, the cape, head, chest, shoulder, forearm, and skirt armor can be removed for the Knight Gundam's light armor mode. A simple removal process that is way less tedious than removing actual armor. The result is as goofy as you would imagine for a light armor mode, but the blue frame and chrome forehead sticker do help spruce up the otherwise bland looks. It's an alright display option, I guess, though besides the extra revealed surface detail, it's not my preferred form of display. With the Legend BB series redoing older classic SD kits to bring them up to modern standards, the Knight Gundam was the one to spearhead the entire series, and ignoring my initially shallow motivations for getting it, I actually grew quite fond of the Knight Gundam. And if you don't mind the injection silver, what you get for your 1000 yen is a good looking kit that needs no extra work and decent playability with the knight armor, weapons, and the fully expressive centaur body. Sure, it being a melee focused unit does hurt from it being an SD, though I don't really see that as much of a detriment, as the target audience for these kits are those who follow the mythos or are attracted to the quirky looks and gimmicks. The SD Legend BB Knight Gundam is the golden standard for this series, and if this kit appeals to you in one way or another, you should probably consider getting it. And that's all from me. Thank you for watching, drop a like and comment if you did enjoy the video, subscribe for more content like this, and feel free to follow me on social media with the links down below. That said, take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out guys, bye bye.